A great ending can make or break a horror film, and there are many perfect examples. Let's start with a more recent one. Beware major spoilers ahead. Sinister is the 2012 horror film featuring the delightfully named Bagul. The Bagul is an ancient and terrible demon that stalks innocent people through history. Now Ethan Hawke and his family are in the demon's sights. While it seems like they might be able to escape the demon's trap, the family is ultimately defeated in the film's bleak twist ending. The 1973 cult film Wicker Man plays out mostly as a potboiler mystery, with a policeman investigating a local commune. In the end, it turns out he was lured to the island as part of an ancient ritual. The main character ends up inside a giant burning Wicker Man in an ending that shocked audiences everywhere. Secret Window has Johnny Depp playing a recently divorced and highly depressed writer who finds himself confronted by a strange man who claims that Depp stole his book. In the end, it turns out the man is a figment of his imagination, and the true final line of the stolen story holds much deeper meaning. Whatever Happened to Baby Jane is the 1963 thriller starring Joan Crawford and Bette Davis. After a car accident leaves Blanche paralyzed, she is cared for by Jane. Jane thinks she caused the accident and is driven mad by the guilt. A heartbreaking ending reveals the truth to Jane, who has already lost everything because of the deception. Les Diaboliques is the tale of a woman who teams up with her husband's mistress to dispatch the unfaithful spouse. However, she quickly ends up haunted by his specter. The end twist reveals that it was a double ruse by the husband and mistress to get rid of the wife. While the sequels focused heavily on John Kramer and his quest, the first Saw film was more of a mystery. The ending reveal that the dead body on the floor was the killer the entire time was a very memorable twist for audiences, as was Kramer's iconic line. Game over. Of course, if we're talking famous, nothing might be more infamous in horror than the realization that Bruce Willis was dead the whole time. The Sixth Sense brilliantly hid and foreshadowed the reveal that child psychologist Malcolm Crowe had actually died the night he was shot, and the whole movie had been his spirit lingering on. Now, if we're talking about ghosts the entire time, then we should talk about the others. The gothic horror is the tale of a mother and her light-sensitive kids dealing with a haunting. Well, it turns out they're the ones haunting the new owners of the house. This twist recontextualized the entire movie and made this one stand out from the crowd with a bittersweet ending. If you're looking for something more action-heavy, then You're Next is for you. This film turns the home invasion movie on its head when a young woman uses her survival skills to defend her boyfriend's family from attackers. Well, it turns out her own boyfriend was behind everything and only using her to get his inheritance. Finally, one of the most infamous twists in horror. Don't Look Now has Donald Sutherland as a grieving father. When he thinks he sees his daughter alive, it drives him to the brink of insanity. Unfortunately, it turns out to be a little person in a red coat who cruelly kills the man. The ending stands out as one of the biggest twists in horror, and one that forces you to re-examine the entire film on a rewatch.